What's poppin', everybody? This is the cartoon kid, Ray Rawlins. And today, we're doing our first impressions, I guess you could say first impressions review of one of the hard-hitting top episodes of Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. Season 1, Episode 4, Store Wars. So, as always, Alex Payne knows this series, so we're going to have Mr. Payne give us the episode breakdown. What happens in this episode?
Well, this episode has a very simple premise, really. Mr. Harriman sends Frankie to the party store because they're having a birthday party for Mrs. Foster to go get streamers, and she's running low on time. So she's trying to rush there, but Blue decides that he wants to go along because he wants to buy Madame Foster a gift. And then he ends up bringing Mac, Eduardo, Wilt, and Coco along, and while they're at the ball, things happen, stuff go down, and eventually everyone's lost, and Frankie's in panic trying to find everyone, collect everyone, and get out of there in time to get back for the party, really. So yeah, that's the episode.
Man, I gotta say, for my first impressions, man, Frankie need to have some balls. I know she got a pussy, but she got to grow a pair of nuts in her dick. Because, man, how is she gonna let all these freaking nonsensical kids come with her to the goddamn party store? Like, it don't make no damn sense. One, if they're gonna get lost, that's your ass, okay? And you're gonna let that shit happen. Now, second, Blue, he don't got no clothes on. No, because I only seen one other episode of this, and that was the Halloween episode. And obviously,
I would say none of them really do. I would say Eduardo is the only imaginary friend, at least in that grouping at that moment, that had clothes on, because Coco don't have clothes on. And
well, she's a bird, technically.
Well, I guess. Yeah, but then again, you could say Blue is just a blob.
But Blue looks more human. Like, I don't know. I think that obviously wouldn't expect birds to have clothes, but if you see a blob, then you're like, especially if you see him with clothes on previously. He kind of does. He kicks people. But either way, that's the other thing I noticed. Another thing is, and I don't know if my ears are deceiving me on this, but I feel like Blue had a different voice actor in the Halloween episode than he did for this one.
No, it's I know what you mean. It's the same voice actor, but it does seem more, because I'm assuming because this, the earlier seasons, they were either because in 9 times out of 10 the voice changes over time. Look at SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's a prime example.
Yeah, so I think it's just changing over this, because if I remember correctly, the Halloween episode was in season 5, so by then the voice would change very heavily. Right, I don't think it changed too much, but I think it's kind of like the SpongeBob situation.
It sounded kind of whiny in season 5, whereas this sounded more normal and kid-like, I guess.
Almost exactly like how SpongeBob changed.
Right. More childish. But those are my first impressions. What about you? What you got to say about this episode?
My first impression with this show in general is always the insane creativity of it, because this episode starts off with a balloon imaginary friend blowing up a balloon for the party. That's just so weird and random. It starts off, you just see this friggin' balloon imaginary friend just walking, holding a balloon in his hand, and he blows the balloon up, and then he grows really small. It's like an opposite of a balloon. That was just so weird to me. But weird in a good way. It's just that's some, and that's what I like about the show in general, because it uses figures of speech literally because of the imagine. For example, if someone says, "I got an idea," the light bulb will pop above their head, and they'll be like, "Hey, Lighty, get out of here! Why are you in my," some shit like that. Or I remember in an episode, they had the rock, paper, and scissors imaginary friends trying to play rock, paper, scissors with each other.
Right.
So it's 1, 2, 3, us, and then jump is and then it was arguing about who win. who won. It's like, no, I cover you, but I cut you, but I smash you.
Oh my lord. Listen, moments wise, this definitely had a lot of fucking chuckle moments, moments that'll have you laughing and whatnot. Me not being a big person of the series, and I haven't seen that much of it, just only the Halloween episode for the 31 Days of Halloween cartoon marathon. That's
Yeah.
which is also on this channel. Um, I felt like I knew the characters well in this episode. Like you didn't need to know too much about the characters. Like for example, one of my moments is when they lose Eduardo in the mall. Okay,
I,
and
you
he's
bastard!
freaking
I just
crying.
steal. You're stealing one of my
He,
moments, but continue.
well, you stole all my Rick and Morty ones, but the security finds him, and his big ass, his big gigundo, goofy looking ass is just crying, just crying his eyes out. I'm like, hey, you wanna help? Okay, kid, we're gonna help you find your mommy or whatnot. And then this dude just freaking blows up at him. I'm not a kid, like he's gonna kill him. And he's
Don't
like,
talk
whoa,
to
whoa,
me like
what
I
are we
was.
doing? Eduardo was not playing. Eduardo was not playing. Okay, he's gonna shut that shit down. And then obviously he went back into his little whimpering kid. He's like, okay, it's kind of funny how
And he's voiced by Tom Kenny too, by the way.
yeah, I remember you telling me that. Man,
Yeah.
Tom Kenny getting around. Shout out to SpongeBob in my SpongeBob voice and all that. And I love how Frankie is just obviously trying to get all the kids, and she's freaking basically kidnapping all of them. Like they see Mac at the little security station. She's like, no, I know him. Takes him, and she just basically dips and tries to find everybody else. Man, Frankie is not playing. Okay, she needs to get smacked with some charges. Um, you got Blue over here, little Blobby, trying to buy a massage chair for the lady of the house, and
Yeah.
he over here trying to get parts to make it. And then I love how they were like, man, yo, this little blue guy just kicked me in the shin and called me a rip-off artist. Rip-off artist, boom, straight up takes out the damn knee. It's just like, oh my god.
I just love that. I love the like. I mean, you could argue this is more of like a review point than anything, but I'm just mentioning it here. It's like I love the whole aspect of like how kids don't know the real value of things, so they're like,
No, they don't.
like they'll be trying to buy a car for like $5 or some shit.
It's and that's kind of cute in a way too. It's like because we all have been there, man. Especially when we have money, like, you don't know the value of shit. You're like, oh, okay, I'll get this, or I'm gonna buy you a house one day, and not realizing how much a fucking house costs. It's like, well, I know how much money I'm gonna need for this, so you know what? Hey, about that house, I'm sorry, mama, you ain't getting that. That shit dead. But speaking of decisions like that, man, we gotta reference the whole Blue buying the pager and whatnot, and where
Yeah.
basically he has that big ass contract and he's just signing away. He was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be basically paying for the rest of your life. And then he's like, rip off ours, bam! He hits him in the knee. He's like, ow! I'm like, yo, hey Blue, high five on that one. You got his ass. He deserved that shit. I fuck with you. Um, when she Coco, the bird,
Hmm.
you gotta say too, Blue was like always calling her broke, and she really came up on this episode. She has job making that bread. She was not playing. She like, I'm getting my money, and then she ended up getting the mom the chair, and the mom tries out the two chairs, and she's in Coco's chair, and Blue's like, Mom, isn't my chair better? Isn't my chair better? She's like, nah, not really. Basically, shut that shit down. Told his
And
ass.
and then Coco hit him with the rip-off artist and kicked him in the shin. So it came
No,
full circle.
I think that was Mac at the end. I think that
No,
was
no,
Mac at
no.
the.
Coco did it. She freaking
Oh,
just kicked the fuck out of him.
I do gotta say too, and I know you probably gotta mention. I'll leave it to you. What you got any moments that you want to mention?
Well, I got a man. I like the running joke of friggin' Will holding the door open the entire damn day.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's just like, man, come on, dude, get
And,
your Get your I want to do good to people looking ass out of here. Come on,
Um,
man.
I love the big argument the security had over what shade of blue
Yeah.
was. Having a
He,
big long
he looks like an
discussion.
Aquaman. And you know what? Blue calm as shit. He know he basically wound up in that motherfucker just talking to security guards. They all surrounded him. Shit. No, he looks more like an Aquaman. Yo, how the fuck am I finna get up out of here? You gotta mention too. Motherfucking Ed. He gets tired of running with all of them. He basically just boom, just gives up. No, I'm tired. I'm tired. Ed, stranger. Yo, that big ass flies up, ready, on the move again, 10 toes to the ground. Ain't no stopping me now. This
You know,
motherfucking booking it on their ass.
it is funny you mention that because like I love when shows put in like the smallest of details because like when he's finished running the first time like when after they say stranger and like when they're like I thought he would never stop when he drops all you hear is this heavy ass breathing from him like it just sounds so deep and heavy like a freaking giant ass monster like because you would expect you to just drop it and you're just okay, whatever. But like you could just slightly hear it. It's that I don't know. I just like that little touch that they added to that.
Oh man, stranger! Ah! Boom, that dude took off. His big ass booking it. I gotta say that's
You're
gotta be
not
my
gonna
favorite
get
moment.
me. No
Listen,
stranger.
nobody wants you. No, nobody wants your big scary ass. You can, man. Oh, I love it though. I
I,
love it.
a moment that I found funny too was when friggin' Coco was sitting at the front desk and she like started talking on the intercom and you could see all the customers like, what the hell is this thing saying to me right now? All
Yeah,
those
that
listeners like, what the hell is happening right now?
yeah, and that was kind of like the annoying part. Like Coco, you can't understand her. Obviously, that's part of her character. That's her gimmick,
Yeah.
basically. So, I mean, a little nitpick there, but you know what? It's all good, man. She came up big in this episode. That's what I'm happy about. Let's get into final reviews. Unless you got any more moments, we can get into final reviews, and I'll let you give yours first. Since you
Um,
know this episode, you know the series. I want to see what you saying.
I think this episode is really enjoyable. Um, I like the pace of it, and I like the fact that because you got to think this was a 20-minute episode, which usually cartoons are only 11,
Right.
and I feel like because I feel like there was a show recently that we did where it was like such a I oh it's the Splinter where like they had a very simple premise, but it was with only 11 minutes, it somehow was boring as hell. Because you think about it, basically the premise of this episode is they get lost at the mall.
Right.
So I guess what I'm saying is like the contrast between this episode and that episode is like both of them have ungodly simple premises, but like this one with twice the time seems to do so much more with such a simple concept.
Right.
So I like that. A lot of really really funny moments. I wouldn't say it's my favorite episode of Foster's, but I think it's still a
Hmm.
really really good one.
Okay.
Um, so I'm probably gonna give it a nice flat 8 for me
Okay.
personally.
Okay. Honestly, that's really good. That's a really good score for it. And I would, in a sense, have to agree with you. Like, with me being only to watch 2 episodes of Foster's, the first being the Halloween, and second obviously being this. I don't know that much about the characters. I really don't. I don't know. I know Blue's the Blob and everything, and
Yeah.
obviously he's one of the main focus points of the show. Mac, funny enough, I didn't see too much of. Like, I mean, I know that's supposed to be like Blue's best friend. I would assume from the Halloween
Yeah,
episode.
his creator.
Oh shit, for real? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I do definitely want to watch more of just to get the whole backstory. But I will say this. For me, knowing as little as I do, and obviously, seeing, how the episode and story basically got set up and whatnot, how they basically followed the plot. This episode was basically built around the characters and who they are. Like
Yeah.
with the funniness, that's the funniness all stems from that. Like Eduardo, I don't know much about him, but it's just funny just to see this big ass motherfucker who can destroy shit, just basically be a big ass pussy. He's a kid, man. He's a kid. He's like, oh, stranger, no, don't talk to me that way. I want my mind. Man, it's crazy.
Listen,
And
that
I don't
shit
know much. I
that
don't know
shit
much
really
about
kills me
Awario.
every time though, man. The friggin' like he just right there. I'm a big, strong security guard, and I'll help you find your family. Don't talk to me like I'm a baby. Oh, okay, don't hurt me.
Listen, and I don't know anything about Eduardo, but just that little shit right there is just freaking hilarious. And Blue, I don't know much about Blue either. Um, Although, like I said, he's the main focal point of this show. I will say though, he seems very naive, mischievous in a sense. You can see it like at the scene where he's basically taking people's money just to basically hop on the bus with him, to get Miss Foster her gift.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, the episode is made by the characters. And that's what I like, man. Coming in, just not knowing shit. You can sit down and just watch this episode on nowhere. It's like, oh, man, you can just enjoy it. You can just enjoy it. So, simple plot. They played it up very well. And they had the nice 20 minutes filled up with good content, good laughs, all focused around the characters once again. And I just like the fact, like, I don't know shit about this series. I came in and just watched this episode. I really enjoyed it. And that's the thing that pretty much took me away. So I'm going to hit it with a nice 7.5. You got anything else to add?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything. Really good show. I really liked the show in general. And like I said, I thought this was a really enjoyable episode. Might not be my favorite, but it's up there for me.
If that's not your favorite, man, I'd love to see what your favorite is. I love, cause like I said, I don't know shit about this series, so. But we'll probably stumble upon that in the future. But in the meantime, y'all know who he is, man. My name is the Cartoon Kid, Ray Rawlins, and I give Season 1, Episode 4 of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Store Wars, a good 7.5 out of 10. And Alex Payne gives it a nice, solid 8 out of 10. All right. So with all that being said, man, leave your comment in the comment box below. Tell me what you think of this episode and all that good stuff. If you like what we did, hit that like. If you didn't, hit that dislike. Or if you want to support the channel, smack that sub button, man, and continue on watching other reviews that we might have popping up on the end of this video right here. With all that being said, man, this is the Cartoon Kid channel where we talk cartoons and we do it daily, baby. And we will see ya when we see ya. Peace.